How to be ready for your mediation. If you have to participate in a mediation and don't know what to expect, this video will help you prepare. Mediation is a negotiation facilitated by a professional mediator with the goal of resolving the conflict and reaching an agreement. The mediator is a professional with special training to assist the parties in reaching an agreement. The mediator is not a judge. We do not review evidence, decide the procedure, nor make a determination about the facts or outcome of the case. The mediator is a neutral professional, never favoring one side or the other. While I am a licensed attorney, I cannot provide legal advice when acting as a mediator. The reason for this is because an attorney provides advocacy for a particular position when representing a client, and the mediator must remain neutral. Mediation is informal without the rules that are used in court proceedings. Finally, mediation is a confidential process. Nothing that is discussed in mediation can be brought to court. This allows the participants to be open in their negotiation without fear that an offer to settle will later be used against them if the case ends up in front of a judge. There are a few exceptions to the confidentiality provisions, such as issues of child abuse, elder abuse, or intentions to commit a crime, but these rarely come up in mediations. The mediation process is an opportunity for the parties to find a solution to the conflict that best fits their situation. The mediator works with the parties to explore options and solutions that may not be obvious to the parties. Mediation begins with the mediator going over these simple rules of neutrality and confidentiality to make sure that everyone understands the process. Then the parties set the agenda for mediation. The agenda is comprised of the issues that must be addressed and decided. The order or priority of the items is also decided by the parties. Sometimes it's important for the mediator to meet with one party separately from the others. This is called a caucus. In caucus, the parties have an opportunity to explore with the mediator different options or strategies for settlement in an open and non-threatening manner. The caucus sessions are also confidential, and the mediator will not reveal any of the discussions held during caucus without the permission of the party. When an agreement is reached, the parties will reduce the agreement to writing. This is when having an attorney as a mediator can be most helpful. As an attorney, I'm very familiar with drafting of legal contracts and can assist the parties to ensure that all issues are properly detailed and drafted. Please visit my website for more information about mediation and negotiations or to schedule a mediation with ODE Resolutions. I look forward to working with you.